What's up, everybody? It's Blowover Productions here, and today we're going to be kicking off race number 6 of the Netflix story series in Season 3 off at the Daytona Road Course. So with that being said, let's talk about these points. In first place, we have Roy Rodriguez, followed by Josephine Stalling, Olivia Dean, Random Mazepin, Max Sensen, Crazy Bob, Gia Train, Justin Joey, Nerna Mom, Rob Sachu, Cody Gomez, Damon Wool, Disease, Spreader, Mario Bay, Nick DiCaprio, Eli Tabor, William O'Donnell, Evan Fran, Joshua Rodriguez, Zacchaeus, Eva McAllister, Puerto Rico YT, Jonas Walter, Fox Teskey, and Chase Smith. Now, with that out of the way, let's talk about our lineup for today. On the pole position is going to be the number 06 car of the Toyota Supra of Prim Galax, who we got to see race at the Hulu Truck Series race. She's going to be making her Netflix Lower Series debut today. On our outside is the number 1 of Evan Fran, and then in row 2 we have 2 new rookies, the number 29 of Maidemos Kremnos, and on his outside, Charlotte Hangeveld in the 29 and 88 respectively for Team Flame Chase Journey and Bluey Racing. Then we have the other rookies back here, Vox Teskey and Delilah Jones. And the winner of our last race, Random Mazepin, in number 43 for Los Hermanos, he's got his new scheme, Hawaiian Bread. King's Hawaiian. And then all the way in the back here, we have our final rookie is the number 53 of Castros Iadona. I fear I've forgotten how to say it. Also for Flame Chase Journey. Prim Galax seems to be doing very good today. She finished very good in the Hulu Truck Series race, and she's qualified on pole for this race, so something tells me she's very good at road courses. Hopefully we'll get to see her in action more today as we come into turns 13 and 14, the final corner. Prim actually finished 9th in the last race, but she was chasing down Nick for quite some time, so hopefully we get to see more out of her today. More out of her here today as the pace car pulls in, and we're past the Geico restart zone. Green flags out in the air, and we're racing at the Daytona Road Course once again. This is the first ever Daytona Road Course race for the Netflix Lower Series. Second race for Knackers. Crazy Bob won the Hulu Truck Series race here. Let's see if he can pull it off here in the Lower Series as Evan goes way off the track coming into turn 2. Now into turn 3, it's going to be Maidemos taking the lead. Rookie in the number 29 for Flame Chase Journey is taking the lead. There's a little bit of trouble in turn 3, but it looks like they're going to make it through. Into the International Horseshoe they go. That is turn 3 actually. Now into the dogleg. Maidemos leads another road course ringer, Olivia Dean in the 82. She's great at road courses. She might be able to pass Maidemos here. Maidemos' teammate, Finon Caslana, is in 3rd right now. He is also doing very good today. And Prim is in 4th. She's already showing her speed as a couple cars go way off the track. It's Vox Teskey, Zacchaeus, and Castros Iadona. Onto the outer configuration, turns 7 and 8. Maidemos is still leading them through the track. Charlotte up to 5th now, going around Eli Tabor. It's becoming pretty obvious that we've got some road course winners on our hands. A lot of the rookies are doing good early on here today. We got Maidemos in 1st, Olivia Dean 2nd, Finon in 3rd, and Prim in 4th, as well as Charlotte Hangeveld in 5th. If it wasn't for Maidemos and Finon, this entire top 5 would consist of females. Olivia Dean, like I said earlier, is actually very good at road courses. She got her first Netflix Lower Series win at a road course, and to this day, she won the season opener at Daytona, but she's more known for her ability to work the road courses, and as we can see, that is becoming very imminent as she closes the gap between her and Maidemos. It's getting quite close between the 82 and 29 as we go into turn 2. Everybody's zipping around the corners. You can see Roy Rodriguez, Delilah Jones. A lot of cars coming through here, full speed, couple in the wall. On board with Eli Tabor now, the number 34. Looks like they just came off the International Horseshoe, sorry. Or actually, I think this is the West. This is the dogleg, and this is the International Horseshoe right here. Coming into this corner, Eli is chasing down Charlotte right now. Charlotte's trying to make a move on Prim. She might not be able to get around her though. Coming to the next straight, we're coming into turn 6 right here. Now onto the outer configuration. Eli Tabor still trying to chase down the 88. Maidemos is still leading over Olivia Dean of all people. The road course winner herself is getting showed up by a couple of rookies. And I say a couple because although she is in 2nd, Fanon hasn't really lost any ground to her either. Neither has the other two rookies behind her. Now we're on board with Olivia Dean right now in the 82. You're going to see how she works the steering wheel, trying to keep it as steady as possible so she can continue to gain on the 29. Looking in her rearview mirror, you can see Finon back there. It looks quite a bit of a distance away, but remember, as the mirrors say on civilian cars, objects in the mirror may appear farther than they actually are, or closer. I don't remember which one it is. All I know is that Olivia Dean just got a lot of ground on Minamos. They're coming out of turn 14. Now they're going into turn 1 again. She might be able to get him here. Hard on the brakes is the 82. She's trying to chase him. Look at how hard she's turning that wheel. She's getting close. Through turns 2. Now into turn 3. She's right on the bumper of the 29. She might be able to make a move here soon. There she is. Right on the bumper of the 29. Minamos might not be able to hold off Olivia Dean. She has more experience than Minamos could ever hope to have. Considering this is his first race though. There goes Olivia Dean trying to go to the left side. She can't get there. She's a little loose, and Olivia Dean in the grass. The 82 goes way off. Finon trying to make the pass. Here they're coming to turn 6 and now onto the outer part of the configuration. Olivia Dean stays second, but Minamos has an amazing lead right now. Could the rookie in the 29 get his first win in his debut race? I doubt it. They've got a lead, but I mean he has a lead right now. But the thing is that there is a rule where if he gets over 1.9 seconds away from second place, they have to throw a competition caution, because by that point the race will have just been decided, and we have to at least make it to the advertised race distance. Now, if that were to happen during an overtime or something, then the race would just end, even if the white flag doesn't come out. But the race ends on lap 11, and we're only on lap 3. So if Minamos somehow manages to pull away from Olivia that much, then the race will have to go under caution. How about Minamos, though? First ever race. Most of the Flame Chase cars are actually doing very good here. We've got Minamos leading the race. Finon's in third, chasing down road course winner Olivia Dean. And a little bit of contact there. Prim and Charlotte trading paint a little bit there. Castros, unfortunately, isn't doing too much, doing too well. Why am I stuttering so bad today? Doing as well as her other two teammates are. The other rookies, though, I can't technically call Finon a rookie. I mean, technically he is, but this is his second race. Vox and Delilah aren't doing too well. Delilah's right there in the 94, the Red Bull car. You can kind of see her right behind the one of Evan Ferran, who started second today and has dropped back to 10th. However, the other rookies, like the real rookies, Prim and Charlotte, are doing stellar today, because Prim is in 4th, Charlotte is in 5th. One thing about Prim, though, she did get a little bit of practice in the Hulu Chuck Series race. She did very good there. She was in second for quite some time, but a bad move on Nick caused her to drop farther back in the field, and it just went on from there. She couldn't catch back up and ended up finishing ninth. But she did show some real speed there in that race, so hopefully she continues this momentum up and might even go for a top 3. She's in 3rd place right now, actually. Minamos taking turns 13 and 14 with ease, and I just noticed that the gap between him and Olivia is still steadily increasing, 1.54 across the line last lap. This lap, let's see what it is. And it looks like it's going to be a 2.12 for Olivia Dean. They should be throwing the caution. Olivia is 2 seconds behind Minamos, which is way more than the limit. But we're still green. Either there was a fluke in the transponders for the cars, and maybe it was just not as accurate, or the officials just aren't seeing Olivia Dean being that far away from Minamos. If they continue this, though, Mighty could go for the win here. Prim is now the one chasing down Olivia Dean. She can't get enough of these purple Toyotas, I guess. Charlotte is also in tow. There's Mighty in turns 7 and 8, also known as 1 and 2. And now he's going to go into the backstretch all by himself. Eli Tabor is running a steady 5th right now. Finon's dropped back to 6th. Onto the backstretch chicane. And Mighty takes it perfectly. Olivia Dean still trying to chase him down. Does Mighty actually win this race? It all comes down if they do throw the caution for what is the 1.9 rule. We're on board with Olivia Dean right now. You can see the number 06 car of Prim Galox chasing her down with everything she's got in her car. Charlotte is close behind the 06 as well. You saw they went through turns 13 and 14 right there. And Prim is going. She is chasing down that 82. You saw she didn't give her a single inch coming out of 14 there. Now coming into 1. She's got quite the acceleration there, getting even closer to the 82. The 88 of Charlotte Hangveld is also trying to catch. Now we're on board with Charlotte coming into the international bend. No, the west bend actually. Now into the dog leg. You can see how far Mighty is from the rest of the field, and yeah, it looks like the time between him and Olivia actually went down. It's 1.78 now, so there probably was a glitch with the transponders showing the distance between those two cars. Olivia Dean running a completely different line from the 06 and 88 right now. You saw she went way more on the turtle than the other two did, and Charlotte took that corner with speed, almost dive bombed the 06. That would have been bad. Let's go ahead and crank it up, Charlotte. And the caution is out. Finon has officially gotten too far away from Olivia Dean in second place. He was 1.93 seconds away when the caution came out, so just 3/10 of a second too far past the distance in which he was supposed to stay within the boundary, the range. So the caution is now out, and we will see you folks on the restart here at the Daytona Road Course. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Daytona Road Course. We are at the Geico restart zone. We're restarting with 2 laps to go. Green flag back out on there. It's not overtime quite yet because we're still within the advertised race distance. Mighty is still leading the field. Here comes Prim. She's going to move him up high, and way off goes the 82 of Olivia Dean. In the wall is the 06. They save it, no caution. And around they go in turn 2. Gia Tran almost going over. Vox Teskey also crashing. Crazy Bob. Big wreck in turn 2. The caution does come out. William O'Donnell slides in the grass coming into the west, or the international horseshoe. Let's go to the replay and see what happened. Watch the middle of your screen there. In this sea of cars, you can probably see Gia Tran. I see her. Looks like coming into the corner, she just right hooked the 64 right there. And then Rob Statue dealt a huge blow to the 10. Gia Tran, just a huge lick. She almost went up and over. There's Castris. She's not having a good day. Chase Smith has a lot of damage on his car. The yellow flag is back out here at the Daytona Road Course. There's Prim. You can see she's supporting her country right there with Finon. Meritocratic Republic. And we will see you I'm gonna restart here at the Daytona road course for the first overtime restart. Welcome back to Daytona, everybody. The green flag's back out in the air. This is our first attempt at an overtime restart. Let's see if we can make it back around with no problems. Eli Tabor on the outside of Prim, trying to make a run, but he can't get it there. Prim continues to hold the lead. She's on the bottom, and in the grass goes the 34 and the 41. That's the Z spread and Eli Tabor. This time they save it in turn 2, no caution. Prim leading the race. The race leader who was leading for pretty much the whole race today, Midamos Kremnos in second, Charlotte Hengeveld third. This could get down to the wire, folks. Does Prim have what it takes to hold off Midamos and win her debut race in the NLS? Same situation with Midamos right now. Both of them, the entire top 3, this is their debut race, and they're sitting first, second, and third. One of these rookies has a shot at winning this race today. Tons of cars in the grass. Max Sensen comes back on the track and almost clips Casters, but he keeps it off. Coming into turn 7 and 8, Prim still has a lead over Midamos by about half a second. They're speeding across the track right now. Coming onto the backstretch, Prim Galax is going to continue to lead. She goes off the corner, Midamos right behind her. Into the chicane on the backstretch. This is where things could get shaken up. It's either going to be this front or back one where Midamos could get the run. Here they come. Prim taking the corner beautifully. Midamos not giving her an inch. Charlotte is also still trying to catch up, but she hasn't got as much of a run as Midamos has right now. Midamos led almost 9 laps today, but thanks to those cautions, he was not able to secure the lead. Coming off turns 11 and 12, Prim still leading. Midamos on her bumper through the final chicane. And Prim is going to take the white flag here at the Daytona road course. 1 lap to go. Does she have steam to make it back around one more time in front of Midamos? Charlotte in third, coming into turn 1. Prim is still trying to hold off the 29. Here they come into turn 2, the chicane. Prim still holding it in front of the 29. Charlotte is catching Midamos, but Midamos is still on the tail of this 06. In the wheel, in trouble in turn 2. Roy Rodriguez goes around. And the caution comes out. The yellow flag is waving. The yellow lights are on in the catch fence. And that means the race will end early. The race is over. We will not make it back to the line. And that means that the winner of the Daytona road course is going to be Prim Galax in the 06 for the Phenon Racing Committee. Give it up for the 06. Her first ever race in the Netflix Lower Series, second ever Nyackers race, and she already has a victory. How about Prim? There she is going across the line. She's going to burn it down for us. The number 06 makes history here in the Netflix Lower Series. Her first ever race, she wins it, and she's also the first ever Toyota driver technically to win a Nyackers race because she's one of the first ever Toyota drivers in the NLS at all. Wait, why did I say Nyackers the first time? No, there's been plenty of Toyotas in Nyackers, but there's never been Toyotas in the NLS specifically before as of Atlanta. But then Flame Chase Journey drivers started joining. Phenon was technically the first ever Toyota driver in the NLS. But Prim is going to make history and become the first ever Toyota driver to win a race in the Netflix Lower Series. I thought she was going to victory lane there for a second. She's actually circling back around. Looks like she is going to give us some smoke here. Give it up for the 06. How about that? She did a great job today. She was in the top 3 to top 5 almost the entire race and held off Midamos just enough for that caution to come out. And I know Midamos is not going to be happy about this victory. He was so close to winning, but the jaws of defeat just clutched away from him at the last moment. Couldn't stay next to Prim. She just gave him too much pressure, but that's what racing is about. It's not going to be easy, but Prim shows her speed today and wins this race at the Daytona road course. Now, she might only be good at road courses, but we don't know yet because we haven't seen her on any other track yet, obviously. She did great in the truck series, and she ends up winning the race in the Netflix Lower Series. And honestly, this might even catch the eye of a cup team. They might want her on because she's been doing so good this weekend. We'll have to see about that, though. So with that being said, folks, she's going to pull into victory lane. Congratulations to the 06 and the entire Phenon Racing Committee team, and we will see you guys at the next race for the Netflix Lower Series at Rockingham. So with that being said, peace.